YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it quick. I have about 45 minutes until this edible I just took hit me. So I'm going to use that time wisely, and I'm going to optimize it as such. So I'm going to just get straight to it. I don't ever want to see The Rock, Rocky Maivia, Dwayne Johnson in a ring ever again. A WWE ring ever again. And I'm going to tell you why. He can't save WWE. And I don't even expect him to save WWE. This is not his fight anymore. This is not what I expect from him anymore. This right here, what he did, what Triple H did, what they did at Elimination Chamber in February was absolutely deplorable. It was nasty work. It was just a bunch of shock value with nothing that was really going to come out of it. This was all empty. It was just bare bones. Just because two 50-plus-year-old men are childish and can't get on the same page for the greater good of the product. And another reason why The Rock can't save WWE is because he's on the board of TKO. And TKO is ruining WWE. So how the hell does anybody expect him, somebody who's probably going to take his ball and walk again and again and again? There's articles saying that he's probably not going to show up until 2027. What good is him being there in 2027 going to do for anybody? If we was going to get Roman Reigns versus The Rock, we should have gotten Roman Reigns versus The Rock in WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 40, and the title should not have been on the line in the first place. But the WWE, again, booking themselves into the corner, and I understand the pandemic and the COVID thing happened, and that was the butterfly effect that made Roman Reigns hold on to both championships, but it was terrible booking to begin with, because Brock Lesnar didn't have to win that WWE Championship to be inserted into the Universal Championship picture again. They could have just waited and ran it back. They could have waited until, Elimination Chamber 2022 if they was going to do something like that. But that's neither here nor there. That's another story for another day. The Rock, arrogant, egomaniac, and that's completely fine. Is on brand for who he is and what he does. But it should not be affecting the ring. It should not be affecting the flow of the show. Him pulling up to that Elimination Chamber and then not showing up to WrestleMania 41 is going to have a nasty ripple effect. And we're already experiencing it right now. We're already experiencing it because the WWE Championship is being held hostage by who? Another damn part-timer. Go figure. And now, they're only going to tell you half of the truth. The Rock already knew for a fact he wasn't going to show up to WrestleMania that night. The night of Elimination Chamber, he probably already knew that he wasn't going to show up to WrestleMania 41. Triple H knew that he wasn't going to show up to WrestleMania 41. TKO knew that he wasn't going to show up to WrestleMania. But nobody called an audible. They just let it happen. If it was me, once I found out that that's what they was going to do, really and truly, I would have had The Rock be the one who orchestrates the heel turn for John Cena, but I would have had John Cena beat Cody Rhodes for that championship that night. And then that gives you enough time and enough build-up for John Cena to walk into WrestleMania as the WWE champion and Cody Rhodes to quickly take the title back from John Cena. Honestly, because for the good that John Cena is doing as the champion right now, and like I said, I don't blame John Cena. John Cena is the last person I blame for all of this, because really and truly, he's a company man through and through. So whatever he's told to do by authority, he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how stupid it sounds, no matter how silly it sounds to put John Cena and The Rock together in the first place when they don't even really see eye to eye and don't even rock with each other like that. And then Travis Scott just standing there looking stupid, high as a motherfucker. Anyway, that would have given the WWE enough time to do damage control when they knew that this was what was going to happen. Or hell, even let John Cena beat Cody Rhodes and retain the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, but then he loses it to Cody Rhodes. He loses it to Cody Rhodes, or he loses it to Randy Orton. And then that opens up a program for Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes that leads up to Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. That's what I would have did. Because we know that Dwayne Johnson is selfish. And Triple H knew that too. But when Triple H is the head of creative, but TKO is the ones who signs the checks, you kind of got to just play ball. So, really and truly, the reason why I feel the way I feel is because they had enough time to do damage control. But now we have a plethora of PLEs that's going to be mediocre and lackluster because we don't know exactly which dates John Cena is going to show up to. But I'm going to get back on topic. And ladies and gentlemen, please understand that if you hear honking, I live in New York City. And that's just how it is. But back to Dwayne, man. Back to Dwayne. I truly want that tag team match that he had with Roman Reigns to be his last match. Because The Rock being in the WWE does no good for anybody. If it's not his way, it's the highway. In a business like this, too many cooks in the kitchen equals bad business. Too many people being selfish equals bad business. So, really and truly, I don't want to see Dwayne Johnson in another wrestling ring ever again. But knowing him, once wrestling gets hot again, once people start tapping in and, you know, the blogs that don't normally post WWE stuff starts posting WWE stuff, guess who's going to show back up? Like, hey, what's up, guys? I heard you're hot again. Wrestling's cool again? Yeah, let me be a part of this. That's exactly what the fuck is going to happen. Because we've seen it every single time for the past 10 years that The Rock has been somewhat back in WWE. He only shows up to up his stock. He couldn't care less about WWE or anybody. Yo, look what he did in NXT. He ruined the program and the broadcast of NXT because he just got drunk and started fucking rambling when that slot could have been reserved for somebody who actually deserved it. But yo, ladies and gentlemen, I just needed to say all of that and get all of that off my chest. But really and truly, I just wanted to tell you guys that Dwayne Johnson can't save WWE because WWE can't even save themselves from TKO, y'all. It's over. Everything that we loved about wrestling is good as dead. Not gonna lie to y'all. But it is what it is. Do y'all think I'm exaggerating? Let me know in the comments below. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.